Hi everyone, this is your Tampa Bay Realtor Lance Moore. In this video, I'm going to go over how to buy a house out of state. So if you're looking at relocating out of state, whether it's to Florida or someone else, whether you're buying a primary residence or an investment property or a second home, I'm going to give you 3 tips, the 3 most important things you need to look for if you're going to be buying a home and you're out of state. All right, so let's start off with number 3, and this goes for people who are getting a mortgage, who are getting a loan. If you're paying cash, don't worry about this because the first is the lender. Get a lender that's in the state you're relocating to. I run into a lot of issues with people that might be relocating. Let's say they're up in New York and they're moving down to Tampa, so they're going from New York to Florida, and they get a loan officer up there, and the problem is the loan officer gives them a good faith estimate. There's a lot of numbers that aren't correct because they just don't know what our fees are here. They don't have any idea. And so the third is just get a lender who's somewhere in Florida. It's probably preferable to talk to your real estate agent and get someone who's local, someone who they know, but it won't be the end of the world. If you hire a lender from out of state, I just think it's better to get someone who's local, who's in that state. The second would be get a home inspection. And I know this is normal for most people to think about getting a home inspection whether you're buying a pre-owned home, but it doesn't make any difference if it's a pre-owned home or a new home. Remember, a new home doesn't mean a perfect home. So get a home inspector and make sure the home inspector is detailed. Out in our area, we basically have 2 types of home inspectors. We have the type that do 1 to 2 inspections a day. They're extremely detailed. And then we have the other inspectors that try to squeeze in 4 inspections a day, and they're literally only out in a home maybe an hour or so. So you want to find someone who is extremely detailed, someone who's going to go in on the roof, in the attic, that's going to go over the whole house with a fine-tooth comb. And then what you want to do is call the inspection company, try to get a copy of one of their inspections, because you want to look at their inspection, you want to see what it looks like, you want to see how easy it is to read. Are they detailed or are they not detailed? Is the inspector a one and done? They just go out there, give you the inspection report and they're done? Or can you call them? Can the listing agent call him? Can your realtor call him? Can they call him if there's an issue, if they have a misunderstanding? What about the construction manager if you're building a new home? Can the construction manager get a hold of him? So get a really, really good detailed inspector. Hopefully your real estate agent has a good detailed inspector. All right, so the most important thing, bar none, without a question of a doubt, is your real estate agent. Your realtor is going to be critical in this. Whether you're buying a home out of state and you're moving here, and we'll just use Florida or Tampa for example, you're moving to Tampa and it's going to be your primary residence, or if you're coming and buying a second home or investment property, your real estate agent's going to be critically important. Now, if you're going to be buying, let's just say, a second home or a primary residence, I would highly advise coming out and taking a look at the area, taking a look at the home. You could do a lot of research online, but coming out here. But the one thing I'll have to tell you is hire a real estate agent that's been through it before. A lot of agents say, oh, well, I've been born and raised in this area and I've never lived anywhere else. Well, what they're basically saying is, I have no idea what you and your family are going through, because I've never relocated. So you want an agent that's not only worked with a lot of buyers who have relocated, but someone who's relocated themselves. So let's say you're buying an investment property. Hire an agent that does investment properties, that owns investment properties, because you're going to have a different set of criteria. You may not need to come out to Tampa or wherever you're buying, but you want to make sure you're in a really good area where the homes are going to rent really quick and you're going to be able to get a good rate of return on them. So you definitely want to make sure you look at the agent and hire someone that is what you're looking at doing. So if you're relocating here, they've relocated. If you're buying investment property, they have investment property. Okay, so now let's get to where the rubber meets the road. Hire someone who knows what the heck they're doing. Someone who's been in it for a while, who knows what's going on. So they're going to need to know the market. What's the market conditions like? They're going to need to know the different areas. They're going to need to know the different communities. And they're going to need to know the different builders. And that's where a lot of realtors go astray. They don't understand the different builders. If I have a buyer that's buying a $300,000 home, do I want them to get what would be equivalent to a Kia, or do I want them to get a Honda? Do I want him to get a Honda, or do I want him to get a Mercedes-Benz? The reason why I use cars is because everybody knows cars. The realtor needs to understand the cities. They need to understand the different communities, but they really need to understand the builders. Is it a quality builder? Is it a quantity builder? When I'm talking to buyers, and I try to make things as seamless as possible for buyers, because buying a home really should be fun. So when I'm talking to a buyer, I ask a lot of questions, what they're looking for, not just what area you're looking for and how many bedrooms and bathrooms and everything. I want to know the type of area you're looking for. I want to know what kind of subdivision do you really like? What kind of area do you really like? What about the home? Do you want more of a quality built home, or do you want more of a quantity built home? Because that's going to also tell me what kind of builder I should be focusing on. It doesn't make any difference whether the home is brand new or pre-owned. The agent's got to understand the builders. They have to understand the subdivisions. So make sure you hire an agent that knows what the heck they're doing. I have people coming in all the time, and a lot of times I ask them a lot of questions up front. By the time they get here and they do their research online, they're in a home very, very quick, because I really know the areas, the builders, the subdivisions very well. So make sure your real estate agent knows that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, or you're moving to the Tampa Bay area, I would love to help you. If you're going to be relocating or buying something somewhere else and you don't know of an agent, let me know. I could help you find an agent. I know agents all over the United States. And if you like this video, do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up and share the video. Have a wonderful day, and I wish you the best of luck.